So you had just mentioned that in Darby, peers were okay, not great.
Mm-hmm.
But then after Darby, your peers skyrocketed. Okay, talk me through the differences between your interactions and how you kind of developed the peer relationships, Darby versus moving forward.
So my first Darby was a little more reserved. I kind of let some of the more senior NCOs and senior officers kind of take charge, and I kind of followed their lead. Once I became a recycle, I kind of had to be more of a leader, at least for the guys that had just come into Ranger School, because I had experienced Darby at least once before they had. So it kind of forced me into a role of leadership with the other recycles, and we essentially coached them up on what the RIs were looking for. And it honestly, for the rest of my time at Ranger School, for the next 2 cycles that I had after I completed my my second Darby and then went on, I essentially did as much as I could for the guys that were in my squad and in my platoon, helping them, whether it was a terrain mod or anything else like that. Whether it was creating the order or just being there for the guys was essentially the best thing that happened for my peers. And from there on, my peers were honestly very solid when I applied myself to genuinely being an asset to my platoon, which I think is the biggest thing if you do go to Ranger School, is to just make yourself an asset, that you're someone that is useful to your guys, but also that supports them when they actually need it, especially when they're in leadership.
Cool.